Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Good morning. How are we all doing today? I hope everybody's having a great one. There is the opening bell. SPY is ripping up to brand new all-time highs. Will we continue to see this play out today after the market opens? That is the million-dollar question. Will we actually see this play out today and continue, or will we see pullback come into play here? This is a pretty big move that's been occurring on the SPY, and as we can see with SPY over the past few weeks, and I would even say like maybe the past month or so, you know, we can tell that it likes to go up. It's been continuing very, very well. And if we are able to break the high of day from today around 722, it would be beautiful. But we'll have to see how this momentum goes, because we never know what's going to hit, right? Going green a little bit here. Switch to the 1 minute. Trying to point up towards 722. Looking at the Mag 7 today, things are mixed across the board. Mainly to the upside, though. You know, Nvidia's moving up. Apple's up on earnings. Tesla's up. Microsoft's up. Meta's up a little bit. Amazon's down and Google's down. Kind of strange to see, but Google was kind of outperforming in the short term. If we go to like a daily, you can see how they gapped up with earnings in a crazy way. So it's not overly surprising for them to slow down here. Definitely not. Good morning, KNMSO, Toro, Almighty J, Angel, Ramirez, Jake, 66th Productions. I like that name. Good morning. We're going to need to really see some of these bigger tech stocks continuing to rip, like Nvidia, possibly coming back for that SPY to make its march higher here this morning. It's good to see Nvidia trying to pop so far from open, though. It's definitely helping. SPY is moving up and just made a new all-time high, touching 722. Wow, let's go. What an end to the week. Continuing higher here, at least for right now. This is good. This is good. We're getting this bullish wave coming through. I'm sure a lot of people are holding calls. Those that were holding calls from yesterday into today are extremely happy. Man, continuing. This is awesome. What a great open and start to the morning so far. Microsoft 1.7%. Good rip. QQQ's ripping just the same, Jake said. Yeah, of course, tech. Moving up 672. A 0.58% here. QQQ, of course, has strong positive correlation to SPY. 0.99. Wonder what DIA has on the SPY. 0.97. I knew it was high. Maybe not as high as QQQ, though. Good stuff, SPY. Let's see how much we can keep going. I know traders are going to love this run if it continues higher today in a significant fashion. Right now, SPY is actually right at its average percent rise for the past year. Over the past year, SPY has risen on average by 0.52% whenever it goes green. And today we just hit that number. So it's right on average right now. We'll see if the average matters at all or if it ends up falling back off. I appreciate everybody for joining up, though, this morning. PLTR. Palantir. Moving up here, 146.20. It's up 4.5% on the day. Good rip and comeback by Palantir. It broke through 144 at open, which I had as resistance. Oh yeah, that is a solid resistance zone from the past few days and couple of weeks. Look at team. 25% with earnings today. Nice, team. Looking at the daily chart, it's good to see it coming back because team has been getting crushed. I haven't looked at this stock in a long time, actually. Atlassian, or sorry. Yeah, Atlassian or Atlassian. Strange name to this one. But it's been a long time since I've looked at team. Over the past year, it's had strong negative correlation to the SPY. So I guess that's good. It might not move with the market. I don't know whether that's good or bad. I guess, you know, the market's been doing good and this has been doing terrible. So I guess there's a big difference there. The one thing is, though, their earnings look like they're doing well right now. And now they're actually like forming a base down here. And this base that's forming held up well, and it's good to see it bouncing so far. TEAM. Not bad. AI tease. Or Altesian. Altesian. That doesn't seem like how it's spelled at all, but okay. It has AT, but... All right, Palantir up 4.37%. Continuing to watch Palantir today is going to be a big one. Nvidia had that nice jump at open, but gave it back. AMD is continuing. AMD was on fire yesterday, along with Intel, actually. Intel was moving a ton, too. Sorry, I meant they've been moving a ton this week. Intel was up, I think, 40% this week yesterday. Kind of wild. And that was at the end of the day yesterday, not even counting the high. If it was at the high, it'd be even better. That's how the guys at work who run it call it? Okay. Navitas looks good, James said. NVTS. Intel looks good again. Yeah, Navitas breaking through 1670. Let's go. Up 2% right now. Has some room to run. NVTS coming up off of the dip. I love it. How's Quantum today? Not near as hot. How about like uranium stocks? URA, maybe UUUU, maybe USAR, USA Rare Earths, moving a bit lower. Unfortunately, not breaking through 26 today. Maybe just lagging behind a little bit. Pretty crazy time to be out here. Let's see how Ford is doing today. Moving down 11.86. General Motors. These stocks reported earnings earlier this week, and they're not looking too hot here into the open. Datadog ripping up 5.82%. Datadog had a nice pop. Weak correlation to SPY, though. You know what doesn't have a weak correlation to SPY? SPY. Obviously. It's looking good, though. You know, again, a nice pop up this morning. Keep looking for that breakout here above the high of day again. It broke through 722, which was solid to see. It's trying to use that as support now, but we'll see how that holds throughout the day. We'll probably get some chop, but if it holds right here in the short term, that would be a great sign for the early morning continuation here. Somebody in Discord said SanDisk just went green. Wow, they came all the way back. SanDisk, SNDK, all the way back up. That is huge. Mason said it doesn't know what red is. Yeah, hell no. It seems like SanDisk really doesn't. Is UAMY good today? Let's see. UAMY. Unfortunately, so far today, it's pulling back a bit. If you were going to try to trade it up today, for today specifically, I would really zoom in and look at this peak here on the 1 minute chart, right around 1172. I would like to see a pop above 1172. Maybe you catch an entry like right here and ride the wave up and take profits somewhere up around 12, maybe higher if you see some really good momentum at the time, but you might end up having to take profits somewhere in this range. We'll see, but I would definitely try to make this re-break back up. It's not looking too bullish this morning, and if it ends up holding under this, it's not going to be a good sign. Back to Navitas we go. 3.5% still actively rising. Like to see it. How about Nebius? Nice, another 7% rip. Nebius had, wait. Nebius has earnings today? Hang on. Hang on. Maybe they're reporting like over the weekend or something. Let's see. They had a lot of news today. They announced that they're going to be... Okay, they announced that they're doing their earnings on May 13th, 2026, before market open. Okay, so a couple weeks away. There's a $643 million deal here. Nebius shares rose Friday as the company agreed to acquire Igen AI to expand its AI inference capabilities and strengthen its Nebius token factory platform. Damn. A good rip there, up 8%. Let's go back to Apple. It's been doing pretty good today, and it's looking solid again. Pushing its high from last night with earnings. We might see it attempt a breakout here. It's looking fantastic. This is looking good. Man, Apple, that's a good rip. Looks very strong this morning, pushing all the way back high again. It'll probably go for a breakout now at this point. AAPL, 4.5% sitting there. How about Google? Google running down to 379, 380's looking pretty solid too. Ryan says, like up the stream, guys. Appreciate you, Ryan. Hell yeah, destroy that like button right now. Helps us out quite a bit. Can't believe Google's starting to sell off as much as it is right now, though. Really pulling back a negative spot on the S&P today. Even with the SPY ripping, and it just made another new high just a minute ago. Even Nvidia's just pulled back and actually just dropped under $200 here. Not looking too good for Nvidia. Amazon's ripping though and making up for it a bit. Same with Apple. And of course, there's the whole rest of the Mag 7. But how is QQQ? QQQ might be pulling back more. No. QQQ doesn't care. Doesn't care at all. I'm kind of surprised, really. Here's the daily performance. You can see the red and green throughout. It's delayed, it looks like, though. Man, Apple, this is looking great. Might end up breaking 285 here. Keep your eyes on it. It's a big resistance for Apple, but I could see it getting through here at some point. What's more allergic to green, a carnivore or Meta? Meta goes through these really wild phases, guys. It's really crazy with Meta. It's a crazy mover. Meta had this insane drop from 2021's peak all the way down to lows of 2022, where they pulled back like 76%. And then Jim Cramer cried on TV, and then we saw it hold its ground and come all the way back. All the way back. And then some, actually. Ended up rising 789% from that low. But the only reason that I'm showing that is because there can be some, some volatility with Meta stock, right? It's going to be a volatile one, but as it goes into the longer term, it seems to generally perform very well. The old Facebook. Wow, it has a big support at $600 in the short term over the past couple of days. It really needs to hold this range from 580 to 600. If it doesn't, I can see it falling all the way back to 520 or so, maybe lower, maybe even 500. Because it's always possible that it falls back down to test the lower end of this range. There we go, SPY 723. Boom. Look at the 1 minute chart right here. My gosh, we just got a massive candle coming into play. Let's go. That's looking great. Iran state-run IRNA says that Iran's foreign minister Arakchi briefs regional counterparts on Iran's stance to end the war. Briefing the counterparts to end the war. Sounds pretty good there. YouTube said, look at SNDK's chart. Haha, all the way back. Yeah, we saw it a minute ago pushing 1100. Wow, I'm not surprised. New all-time highs, I think, just touched with SanDisk. Western Digital, same thing. All the way back up. might be pushing new highs here soon as well. Wow, what a great rip and run by these two stocks. Man, oh man, SPY. 724, 725, what a range. Yeah, Amazon is getting the SPY. You're not kidding. Looking at the Mag 7, you can see the bottom right. Amazon's up 1.5%. Looking really good. Definitely helping. Apple's helping as well. But it seems like the rest of the Mag 7 is really lagging. I guess Google's coming back, which is good. But, I mean, like, literally the rest are, like, kind of down. We'll take it either way, though. I don't care. Let it come however it wants to, if it wants to go up like this. We'll take it with the SPY. I mean, we're talking about, like, long-term accounts, like, going up, hell, like, tens of thousands of dollars here with this rip. What's going on, GFM Dylan? Good morning, good morning. Long time no see, right? Feel like it's been a little while. Maybe not, but what's going on? Yeah, market's really crazy. Look at Amazon going nuts. Love to see that SPY pushing like that, though. That's great. Dylan says, I knew it was going to be mixed sentiment and price action after the earnings, and it was. At least it went well here into today. I was kind of surprised that with all those earnings, we saw a big down move at first on like Wednesday night before we finally saw the comeback yesterday. My gosh, when those earnings first reported, everyone was down. But it was good to see the comeback, and SPY is really enjoying it now. Pushing quite high, actually. Looking at some funny stuff here. This is hilarious. Some of the stuff that you see on Truth Social is just insane. Like, look at this. Look at this headline. Trump scraps Scotch whiskey tariffs in honor of King Charles. What? Trump's announcing he's dropping all tariffs on Scotch whiskey. Like, what the hell? Why would he drop it on this stuff? That's kind of silly. In honor of the King and Queen of the United Kingdom, who have just left the White House, soon headed back to their wonderful country, I will be removing the tariffs and restrictions on whiskey, having to do with Scotland's ability to work with the Commonwealth of Kentucky on whiskey and bourbon, two very important industries within Scotland and Kentucky. What? I can't believe I'm reading that today. King Charles, that's funny. I would tell him no tax on tea. And you're gonna see pullbacks mixed in. Even whenever they ripped yesterday, they hit the high of the day and pulled back like almost 5% from the high. Hell, they're about to hit 5% now, though, too. One sec. This computer's so annoying. The fans start, like, going crazy, and you have to go slap them. And I just put new fans in this damn thing. I'm gonna have to get a new fan. I think it was bad from the factory or something. We'll get it. Qualcomm, though, is moving down. I see what you mean. Just locked in $600 on SPY profits. Thanks, Tom, and everyone else on StockedUp, Almighty says. Love it. Let's go, Almighty. Appreciate that. I appreciate it. Followed through with a beautiful continuation on ticker symbol AKAN. Traded it in the beginning of the move and got in under $25 and took profit today at $65. Big returns on RDAC also. The acquisition that went crazy. Let's see ya. AKAN. I've never even heard of this. Aconda Corp or Akanda. Probably Aconda. Anaconda. What a crazy name, but look at this, just the sheer momentum that this stock has had. Like, what is going on with this? It's a healthcare stock, it looks like. When did it start moving? It looks like the 22nd. So let's see. Ooh. It's a cannabis stock. No way. No way. Conda executed a 1 for 4.5 reverse stock split effective April 13th. The split reduced outstanding shares from approximately 2.4 million to 534,000. Rough. But then started really ripping, which is interesting. What is happening with this? How are the other MJ stocks? Tilray and others really bad. So, like, what is making them do this? Let's see. Let's go back to the news. Mainly just with marijuana being rescheduled, it looks like. Conda is a cannabis cultivation, manufacturing, and distribution company. It operates cross-cultivation, distribution, and corporate segments, with most revenue coming from distribution. Went up with the sector trend after Trump signed psychedelic and THC to be a different schedule. Joe Rogan was with him. I do remember that, with Joe Rogan talking to Trump the other day. I've never heard of this name before, but it really does seem pretty solid right here. I think it's halted. It is halted. UAMY, Dizzy Spider said, did you say 1172? Yes, 1172. That would be a good level to break above for me to look for an intraday uptrend starting to establish. Yeah, it did, Bob. Apple really did hook it up. No kidding. I want to see that folding iPhone come out. I want to see the folding phone. Here we go. Apple's rumored 2026 iPhone lineup. This is from Yahoo Tech. It's not a fake. They're literally working on this folding phone, just so you guys know. I think they're calling it the iPhone Ultra, though, instead of the iPhone Fold or whatever. They're calling it the Ultra, which I don't like that. Just call it the Fold, but whatever. Maybe they can't for some reason. No idea. But a lot of speculation on what it might look like. Here's kind of the final design, right? Apple will keep to traditional colors like space gray / black and silver or white finishes. A little disappointing for anyone who prefers vibrant colors. Well, yeah, but then they're going to come out with a colorful one a year later or whatever. That's how they're going to make their money. Buy the same thing, but in bright pink. Here you go. Oh, yeah, and we're going to make the camera 1% better, too. Today, the stocks are ripping so hard. We are getting some great gains today for Friday. Congrats, everyone, to taking advantage of today's opportunities. Yeah, congrats out there. It's been amazing. Market continues to just push higher here. Pretty easy trade to follow the trend here today. Beautiful momentum up. The rare earth stock's not getting the love, but the overall market is. Sorry I was gone yesterday, by the way, guys. My fiance has this problem where she keeps going into like false labor. It's kind of strange, but we keep thinking that she's gonna end up like having the baby, and then it's just like fake. She's due like June 21st, so it would be very early if so. You notice gold and silver are moving up, but slowly, Ramirez said. Are they? I didn't even look at them yet today. You know, not bad, really. Gold's up like 0.8%. That's like literally how much the SPY is up right now. Yeah. So it's matching SPY's move. What is going on with this? Strange way the chart's set up. All right, SPY, let's break out here. Let's hit 725 plus. You might as well do it. Yeah, gold and silver, Ramirez, not bad. SLV moving up through $69, up 4.22% today. Good to see him starting to come back off of these recent lows. They were dipping pretty hard here earlier this week. Insane. 725 about to touch. QQQ still moving up too. I love this end of the week. Love this end to the week. Morning, BW says, happy May Day. Do you remember ticker ATOM? Mentioned it last week's show. You're welcome. Adam. Atomera Corporation. Wow. Yeah, no kidding, Johnny. That's crazy, though. Most people are probably expecting some kind of pullback this week. I know, they might have been, right? They might have been. The one thing to remember is that the market goes up. Well, I'm not going to say a ton more, but it seems like it goes up a hell of a lot more than it goes down. So keep that in mind. And, you know, it's generally better to have a bullish outlook, right? Generally. Great trade. Love seeing stocks like Adam, Dylan said. Yeah, that's huge there. Can't believe it. I love it, though, BW. Happy May Day. Yeah, welcome in. May 1st. Coming up. KNMSO said you were right on Navitas last night. Should have listened. Yeah, you know, it's not really about like being like right or wrong, really. It's just, you're really just watching for the breakout to occur, right? That's it. It's like, okay, you know, we posted that high of the day yesterday. If it breaks now, today, you know, there's that opportunity to possibly get in for a quick scalp up. You know, I could have easily, like, quote unquote, been wrong and, you know, it just reject and go right down, but it's really just about having a good plan ready and, you know, watching it play out. Man, Tessie, come on. Let's break here. 387.50. BW said on Adam, 1069 is the first major resistance for this run. Flip to support and cooking with Crisco. 1069? It's essentially the high of the day today. Let's see if that holds. This stock is a wild one when it starts running. Wow, Adam. I feel like I'm in that movie, Hindenburg Project or whatever. What do you think about AXTI continuing to new highs possibly? Let's see. AXT Inc. Holy. What is the high here? It looks like it's already at highs, yeah. Man, given the trend and the way that it seems like it's not slowing down much, I think it can definitely continue to highs. Watch out for $100 to come into play, but this stock is hot. It's moving. I mean, it doesn't get much better than the way this one's been running up lately. Wow, AXT Inc. Yeah, you would definitely think, right, Dylan? Like $100 sounds like a pretty big one coming up. It's a high-tech materials science company specializing in manufacturing. Oh my God, they specialize in manufacturing compound semiconductor wafers, also called substrates. Let me show you what these things look like. You guys are going to have your mind blown by this. If you've ever seen like chips before, this is kind of like what they're building out here. Have you guys ever looked at like a CPU or anything like that? You know how it always has this like these metal squares all over it, so to say, like this? Like little prongs and metal squares and stuff. That's essentially what these guys make. Pretty insane how they do this stuff, but there we go. Yeah, like this. There we go. This is what I was looking for. Again, I'm not like a I'm not super well versed in this type of stuff, but I find this very interesting that they make these. Obviously, pretty big for the time that we're in. Let's actually pivot back to the folding iPhone. Seriously, I want the folding iPhone like right now. Bring it on. Uh-oh. They said it's that the foldable iPhone's gonna cross the $2,000 threshold. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh shit. The Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold starts at $1,800. Whoa. Well, I guess it will probably push the 2,000 threshold then. My win rate is higher every day, no matter what, when I stop trading at 10:30 to 11 a.m. Sounds good, Dylan. Sounds like you like to trade in the morning, take advantage of more of the volatility, and then kind of hang it up into the afternoon. I think that's smart. Sorry, guys, just grabbing some water real quick. What do you think of Meta? Gosh, bad move on earnings, kind of falling lower here. I like it back down, really. I could see it pushing 600 again today. If not even trying to break it. YouTube Swan said, I think it's time to short Nvidia. Definitely seems good today as it broke $200. Of course, there might always be like a small intraday comeback, but for the overall day, I can see it holding down in the red quite well. All right, guys, 1 minute. Give me just a minute here. Got to do a quick intermission. I'll be right back, though. Check out the Mag 7 while I'm working on this. See NVIDIA at $200. It's really starting to tank down. I'm glad that you guys started noticing that. It's looking good. Even Tesla starting to move back, and SPY's having trouble breaking 725. So looking good. All right, give me just a second, guys. Sorry about that. Be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Mag 7, though, started really falling back down here. SPY pulled back hard off of 725, which is fine. Still up quite well on the day. It was bound to happen. I don't think we could have had a perfect day, could we? Pretty rare. Dylan's definitely looking at Meta down some more. Yeah. Yeah, like we might get like a little pop back up like what we're seeing now, but I think as like the day progresses, we'll be continuing to the downside. Ryzen chips sold so much when they announced the update for the new Windows on PC and laptops. Everyone stormed the stores and every single laptop was sold out everywhere I went. This was 6 months ago. And it's going to be hard not to go with an Intel CPU, but I don't know. It's going more towards the AMD way, that's for sure. Hope everybody's having a nice, strong end of the week, though, just like the market is. I know it pulled back a little bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. Let me see something here. Dylan's looking at a lot of different trades here. He said, my best investments ever were Oklo, HYMC, Rocket Lab, USAU, AGRI, now RYM. The biggest day ever was on BMNR. HYMC, I had a 2,400 year-over-year return. I have screenshots. It was over a year's time from when I bought Hyocroft and Rocket Lab in November. Damn, Dylan, 500%. They said not Agri, it was AGFY. Let's see HYMC though. He said 2,400 year-over-year return, 2,400%. My gosh. Talk about wild. HYMC is pretty wild. It's a good end of a not great 2 weeks. Next week shall be good, KNMSO said. I like it. Have some confidence. SPY's been moving pretty well. I wonder how next week is actually going to go. Nice to see SPY moving up so much like this, but when is it going to slow up? That's the big question. Everyone's waiting for it. But those people that are not in for the long term are going to be pretty upset right now. USAR is coming back. Oh yeah, James. James, what kind of car is that in your profile picture on Facebook? Or I mean, Facebook. Why did I call it Facebook? Discord. Is that a Mustang? It's definitely a Mustang or Camaro, but I can't see it good enough. It's just a very little circle on my screen. It's a 2020 Mustang. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Always like Mustangs myself. I had a 2016, Dylan. Had a 2016. That thing was cool. I had a Corsa exhaust on it. It sounded wild. Definitely was a nice sounding Mustang. That's why I love gold mining. Like HYMC and Rocket Lab are tickers that I would have posters framed of in my room. Look at USAR on the daily chart. It came back in a great fashion and is now breaking out. Be ready for the afternoon rally, guys. I could see USAR trying to go a lot more than what it's doing right now. This is crazy. Wow, USAR. Keep it going. I'm not going to turn that one off now today. We shouldn't have looked at it. How's Intel performing? Still up pretty well. Right around $100 per share at the moment. INTC might be breaking through it soon. Let's go see UPS. Back up to 108.25 or so. See if UPS can hold this lower range and start to actually come up in a strong fashion. I'm still having thoughts of that beautiful Tesla short that played out recently as Tesla dropped down to around the beginning of April. Woo. Really not looking too bad for a comeback now with the way it's starting to run. So guys, get this. You're going to love this story. My friend is in the market for a car. Don't worry, I already have my car picked out. But my friend is in the market for a car. His fiance got rear-ended and they totaled her car. And he's trying to get her to buy a Tesla. And he almost had her on it. And then she told her mom that she wanted to get a Tesla. And they ended up, the mom like straight up told her that if you buy a Tesla, I will never go in your car and I don't want to see it and all this stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh. They apparently hate Elon Musk so much that they like will not let her buy a Tesla. It's funny. See, now being the person I am, that would make me just want to buy a Tesla even more. But I understand the concerns. Yeah, so they're not going to be getting a Tesla now, but they wanted to get, he wanted her to get a Model Y. They're even doing this special 0% interest on it. It's pretty wild. GPRO is hitting the scans again. GoPro? I have not looked at them in a long time. Yeah, they are 4.8%. Ripping today. On the daily, they're coming back very strong. We did look at this one a couple weeks ago, I believe. And it has really continued in a strong fashion there. That's nice. Even with the recent BS, BMW and Mercedes are pulling their still better than any Tesla, Brain says. Sharpie goes, Model Y is like the safest car in the world, and they go, nah, I hate Elon. Yep. That's how people are, though. You know, Brain, I have heard that it's very high up there on the rankings. I don't know exactly how these rankings work, but they are up there on the safety ratings. Brain said, though, even with recent BS, BMW and Mercedes are pulling that they're still better than any Tesla. Well, you know, if you're talking to me about like a BMW M3 or an M4 or an M5, or hell, an M6, 7, or 8, anything BMW M, boom, sign me up. I would rather have it over a Tesla. Mercedes, pretty much the same deal. If it's an AMG, sign me up. I don't want the 4-cylinder AMG, but if it's a normal AMG, put me down, right? They are probably better. I'm not saying they're more reliable, but they're probably better cars overall. Oh, subscriptions. Oh. You gotta get more specific. You can't get full engine power without a subscription. Whoa. You know, I'm a little lost. Is Tesla the one doing the thing with the power, or are all three doing it? I couldn't believe it if you told me that, like, you know, you buy like a BMW M3 and then, you know, you have to pay for the power. That's ludicrous to me. All three. Oh my gosh. The M series is exempt, but the other ones do it? Man. Man, oh man. That's crazy. I wouldn't be doing that, that's for sure. Bank of America. Beautiful run up. 54.10. KNMSO's dream car is in 2004 BMW M5. All right, Tesla. Good rip. up to around 392. Dylan said it's crazy. You guys should see what Ford is doing with all their retinal scanning and driver facial recognition scanning to where you cannot even put your truck in drive if the AI senses crisis. Well, do what? Now that sounds crazy. You saw memes about not being able to start your F-150 because the screen needed an update? Crazy stuff out there. Can't even believe what I hear half the time. SPY pulling back to 722. Pretty big zone of support this morning, actually. It's bounced here a couple of times. The memes are true, Dylan says. KNMSO says, I think I'm just going to stick with the older vehicles for the rest of my life. I don't blame you. Man, SPY. Let's see if it holds this range. It's going to be a big spot and test for SPY intraday. If it breaks under here, I'll be looking for 720 and then possibly even lower. But 720 will be the first stop. I would expect it to really slow at 720 if it was dropping, unless some bad news happened to hit. They already are in pretty high demand right now, Almighty. Man, used cars are pretty expensive. I don't know if you guys have looked at used cars lately. I mean, obviously, if you buy something with like 200,000 miles, it's going to be pretty cheap, but it's blowing my mind how much some of these vehicles cost. You know, I've been in the car market, and I love cars. You know, I'm very passionate about cars. It's an unfortunate thing, too, because cars are expensive. But it is one thing I'm very passionate about. And whenever you look at, you know, cars and everything like that lately, it's been a wild time. Yeah, exactly. Like Dylan says, new trucks are like 100 grand. And yeah, you know, obviously there's cheaper ones and all of this, but hell, it's hard to find like a good used truck for like under $30,000, you know, and I know 30 grand's like not a lot, right? But whenever you used to be able to get used trucks for like 15, no problem, or like 20, something like that, you know, it seems pretty high now. And most of them are higher than that if they're low miles or something. But yeah, it's weird. Only 300,000 kilometers on it. It's brand new. That's how people act. Man, Tesla is ripping though. Still, watch 392. It's still trying to push that high of the day. Looking very strong. Back to the upside here. Palantir, 144, rejection. Back down. Unfortunately, Palantir is not sharing in the love. Kind of pulling back with the SPY, which is still trying to hold this 722 zone. Very choppy. Waiting for it to get off of here. Looking at the watch list today. Nebius is leading it up, 10%. NBIS, Navitas, NVTS, also strong movement today. Holding above resistance too, bouncing off of the old resistance, which is now support. Love it. Seems awesome. That's what Cornish drives, Ramirez. Some type of old Chevy or something. Man, Navitas, 1730. Let's see. Get back up there and break that high of the day, Navitas. It can get it done. Still some gas left in the tank there. Go to the back to the daily on Tesla. Let's see how strong it is off of support there. That was a big pullback recently. It's good to see it bouncing so well. I'm surprised. Oracle's making a recovery move today. Oracle's up 5%. Oracle had been ripping, but then pulled back this week. Good to see it coming back today, though, because this week has been pretty negative for Oracle overall, especially following a positive past few weeks. You miss the old days of $500 Crown Vics? Oh, man. I'm kind of glad those are gone. How's DoorDash today? Coming back well, 3.55%. A lot of stocks doing great today. A couple down in the dumps, of course, but good to see a lot of these coming back. The one thing that isn't coming back today is crude oil. This is a daily chart of crude. There's actually been 2 pretty bad red days in a row now with crude itself. Did Intel end up touching 100 yet? Oh, it did today. It did touch 100. Perfect. AMD's not doing much. Nvidia and AMD seem to be moving semi together today, at least at the moment. Kind of stuck here at under $200. $200. It's stuck at this big zone. If it re-breaks back above 200, that could be a good sign. Could end up being a really good sign, actually. It's a wild end of the week here. Let's go ahead and look at the earnings for next week. earnings coming up. And here they are. Palantir on Monday and after hours with Shopify Tuesday, along with AMD, Lumentum in after hours, Navitas even in after hours on Tuesday. Wednesday, Disney, Novo Nordisk, Kraft, Uber, CVS in after hours, COHR, ARM. Thursday, we have IREN and CoreWeave in after hours. Rocket Lab, RCAT. Okay. Mickey D's. McDonald's. I almost can't believe that one's reporting. How has McDonald's been actually? Haven't talked about them in a little while. Oh, God, McDonald's. What are you doing? I feel like it's creating a decent buy the dip opportunity, though. That CEO just had to take that little bite of that burger. Man, what a dumbass. He should have done some big honking bite. Go back to Palantir, which is reporting Monday. Gonna be big. Going to be big. After hours on Monday specifically, so be ready. But I think we're going to go ahead and call it there, guys. If you are new to the channel, destroy that like and subscribe button, especially the subscribe. I go live every single morning, about 15 minutes before the market opens, 10 minutes before open, somewhere right around there. Always looking for the hotter movers in the market, of course. Today, Nebius and Navitas are getting it done. Nebius is still going, 11.4%. Navitas is coming back too, looking solid. But let's go. Joe Papa, I love it. They said, see ya Sunday night. Hell yeah. Check us out Sunday night. We have the video coming through. We'll be posting it up in Discord, of course. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a great one, all right? I will see you guys later. Have a great end of the week. Walk away profitable. Don't force anything just because it's the end of the week. Keep a level head. SPY is making new highs, but it did pull back a little bit. Trying to hold that 722 zone. Remember, like I said, holding 722 will be important today. It's bouncing off of it so far, so keep that on the radar. Especially if you're a bull. If that breaks down, I would get a bit worried. Brain says barbecue's on fire. Pictures in the off-topic channel. Alrighty, guys. See you later. Have a great one.